Okay, so Saturday 17th of February, and I'm on a ride to Tib Street in the centre of Manchester, Northern Quarter, and affectionately known as the Tib Street Runners. It's a regular event, and you're joining me now in New Mills, Newtown. Okay, so Newtown on the A6, heading down towards the village of Disley to meet my friend John, and we're going to head over to meet the others, and then we're going to ride into town and see what's going down. So join us on this ride. So the Tib Street Runners, it is a regular thing. I think it was created by our friend Paul, who you'll see later on in the video. And it's gathering traction. It seems to be busier every time. This is the first time I've ever done the Tib Street Run, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm not quite sure what to expect. And I'm putting this video out the day after on Sunday, the 18th. All right. So the weather is fair, as you can see. I'm pulling up now into the village of Disley, and John said I can meet him outside the bakery because he's going to be grabbing a bacon butty, right? Bacon butty, first thing in the morning, no surprise there. So I'm just pulling up now, looking for a space to pull in. Morning, Fatty.
Hey?
Morning, Fatty. Yeah, I was trying to get here before you. No comments about me body shaming or anything like that, please. It's just all in good humour, and he doesn't have to rip the proverbial out of me. So getting my own back a little bit there. So we're heading off now. Had a coffee and heading off to meet the others in Stockport at the Tib Street Tavern just by the town hall in Stockport. So straight down the A6 and just heading past Lime Park here on the A6. And then we come down through High Lane first, then Hazel Grove. And then here we're coming down through, looks like Heverley with St. George's Church on the left-hand side there. And now we're just pulling up into Stockport. You've got the glorious town hall there. Magnificent building, one of Stockport's nicer buildings. And on the right-hand side here is the Town Hall Tavern. And we're pulling in here to meet the others. You can see there's a few gathered there already. Over we go. Now, coming up on the right here, who've we got? Men in green coats. And now this is Paul. So Paul created the Tib Street Run, I think around the end of lockdown, like looking to get people out on the scoots together, and seemed to do 2 or 3 every year, very popular. And like I say, it's gathering traction each time now, so looking forward to this. Quick look at the scoots before we set off. People milling around, having a chat, having a coffee. And then we're going to hit the road straight down the A6 into the Northern Quarter. And of course, as seems to be the case on most scooter events these days, you've got a good mix of scoots. You've got the modern autos, you've got the classics, you've got the Lammies, the Vespers, and everything in between. You've got the Vespa GTSs, the modern Vespers, and some really nice ones, all different styles. That's the great thing about scooting. Everyone's got their own take on it. Give us a wave, Rob. Thank you. So coming through Stockport town centre on a Saturday morning, it's not too cold, it's fairly warm, it's about 10 degrees and slightly damp, as you can see. It's not raining, but it is damp in the air, and you know, probably not the most attractive of places at the best of times, although everything would look better if it was sunny. But when you're on a scooter, you don't really care, right? You're having a great time, especially when you're riding in a pack like this, in a group. And there's something quite magical about riding a scooter in a group. I mean, it's great when you're out on your own as well, don't get me wrong, but when you're in a group like this, it's like, yeah, this is it. I don't know whether it's a tribal thing or, you know, a pack mentality thing, but it's such a good feeling when you're out with everybody, and you know, you're passing through different neighbourhoods and people are taking pictures and everybody's waving and smiling, and it seems to attract this kind of you know, kind of admiration or respect from members of the public, that it just puts a smile on people's faces. You can ride past people, they've probably never been on a scooter in their life, but they appreciate what we're doing, and we're out there, and people love to see the sight of the scoots in a big group like this. It's amazing. Great feeling as well. So yeah, I know most of these guys pulling up here, and there's a few that I didn't know. Always good to meet new people as well on these rides. You always meet one or two new people, get chatting to someone, and it's great. You know, it's a social thing as well. So you can see on the video now we're about 6 minutes in, but in reality we're actually been on the road for maybe an hour now. Like, you know, 20 minutes down to Stockport, milled around for 20 minutes, then we've set off down here, which is about 25 minutes, half an hour. So I've condensed everything down, I've just done a couple of highlights. And now we're heading into the Northern Quarter. You can see here, Gaz on the corner there, Gazlar pulled over. I'm not sure what he was doing on the Gulf Royal Alloy. But we're coming down here, we're looking for somewhere to park down here now. This is Tib Street, and at the end, all the scoots line up at the end, providing that there's no cars and there's sufficient parking. But I think we were at the back of a big group here, and it was quite busy. So we're thinking about pulling up to park. You see Gaz on my right-hand side now pulling. Just there. He's thinking he's going to park in there because it's easier. And, you know, after a little while, we found a parking spot. Here's all the scoots lined up. But yeah, great turnout. What a great turnout. So generally people milling around, having a chat, catching up with each other, and having a coffee, having a brew, having a bacon butty, catching up with more people, talking nonsense. That's generally what goes down on this type of event. And then a little bit of socialising, and then you'll see or you'll hear all the engines starting up and heading over towards Castlefield was the plan, right? So heading over towards Castlefield for a shandy, which is a couple of miles on the other side of town. The sound of the two strokes echoing around the buildings. Awesome. Okay, so people are starting to move out. I head back to the scoot. You see Gaz there, messing with his helmet. And, oh, I've just got to return my coffee cup to the venue where we purchased it from. There does seem to be a lack of rubbish bins now in city centres. I'm not sure if that's an anti-terrorist thing. There's certainly a lack of bins around. So I'll head back to the venue where we purchased the coffee from. Didn't want to leave any litter lying around, and be a responsible scooterist. So you can see everyone's heading out now. Everyone's heading off in a group, heading over towards Castlefield for a shandy. And I had no idea where the venue was. So I'm thinking, right, I'll follow on to the main group there, kind of get in the middle of the pack and just, then I'm not going to get lost, right? But I did get lost, as you will see. There's Tom in front. Now, it turned out that Tom was heading back to Stockport, which I found out down here when I had a little chat with him at the lights. He said he was heading home. So I'm following the main pack. There's Tony. Just weaving my way through the pedestrians here in the Northern Quarter. Busy Saturday morning down there. People everywhere. So you'll see there, just in front on the right hand side, is Paul, who organised the event on his silver Vespa in the maroon jacket there. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll just follow the group and we'll get to Castlefield. But as you will see, once we get round this corner, this group went the wrong way. Now check out the guys coming up on my left and on my right. Okay, so two viewers of the channel who I will introduce later on. So check this out.
You'll see yourself on YouTube.
I've seen you on YouTube. I said you'll see yourself on YouTube after today. Okay, so this is where this group ahead of me started to go wrong, right? They took the wrong turn up here. So, coming to the end of this junction here where the lights have just changed, we should have taken a left, and whoever was leading this pack took the right turn, which is leading away in the opposite direction from Castlefield. Right, so we start coming around this bend, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute, they're going the wrong way. So, I was unsure then. I was thinking, am I following the right group, or is this group all going home? I thought they can't be, because Paul, who's organised the ride, was in this group. And then I'm thinking, maybe he's changed his mind, right? So you can see me now hesitating. I'm hanging back a little bit, and I'm thinking, what do I do now? Do I follow this group and just go home if they're going home, or do I turn around and head to Castlefield? So I'm holding back a little bit. I'm thinking about what to do. And here, just a bit further up, I pull in here, right, and I pull a U-turn. So I think, sod it, I'm going to Castlefield. I'll make my own way there. And this guy kind of lets me out into the traffic. So a nice safe turn there. And I'm heading back to Castlefield on my own. Right, Billy no mates. Oh, so these things are never straightforward, right? Now, I got lost riding around a one-way system. Hopefully I didn't drive down any no entries, but I pulled up down this alleyway, got my bearings on the sat-nav, and then I'm heading off. 10 points there for nearly getting the pedestrian, and off we go, right? So navigating my way through the back alleys of the northern quarter to try and get to Castlefield on my own. And at this point, I'm thinking, you know, what if there's any balaclavas around and I'm on my own? Because we all like to think that we would defend ourselves, we can handle ourselves, and we can, you know, hang on to our scoot and fight off 3 or 4 people at the same time. But the reality is when they're in a gang, they've got the upper hand, and just keep yourself safe. So coming into Castlefield now, you hear my phone ringing, that's Martin, seeing where I am. Fortunately at the junction there I could see them pulled up. Very hard to lose 75 scooterists in a group. So I pull in and park up. You'll hear Gazlar shouting some abuse at me like he normally does, but I just ignore him like I normally do. And it turned out that the main group that were ahead of me did make it here as well, so all was good. They didn't go home after all.
Whee!
Tib Street runners down here with Paul and Steve, and Paul and Steve, 2 viewers of the channel, guys. So always great to meet the viewers out on the road. And we're discussing. Hold on, I'm going to flip the camera around. We're discussing the signatures down here. So we're covered in vinyl, and we're looking at maybe peeling the vinyl off and lacquering them. And Steve is the man that does the lacquering. What do you do, Steve?
Car body repair.
Car body repair. Does top-notch jobs apparently. So Steve's looking at doing us a favour and getting the signatures lacquered.
No problem at all.
Are we having a good day?
Sorted.
Great day. Great day.
Always great to meet people out on the road.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, so time to head home with our group that's heading my way. And fairly uneventful ride back. And there was an unfortunate incident with Nick and Dawn, who had an engine seizure. Engine seized up, but I believe he's got it sorted now. So yeah, fairly uneventful ride back, and I'll spare you the whole ride. We did stop for another coffee along the way, and just a great day. So really enjoyed the Tib Street run. If you're in the northwest, jump on the next one. They're well publicised on social media, and I think it's just going to get bigger and better, and very enjoyable day. Okay, so I'll leave you with the final few seconds of footage. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate your support. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so, and I would really appreciate it. It just helps me get the content out to more people who might enjoy it. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already. We have got a lot of viewers who watch the channel who aren't subscribers, but if you can do that, that would be appreciated. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.